In this video, we're going to talk about why Where the Crawdads Sing is such an amazing thriller. Where the Crawdads Sing has to be one of the most popular read thriller novels from the last decade. You must have heard someone talk about it, or it might have been suggested to you at some point, but is it that good? The novel receives insane amounts of praise, so let's talk about whether it's deserving of it or not. First off, it's more than just a thriller. It's not very often that one finds a book that has small elements of mostly every main genre scattered around. So if you do, grab a copy without wasting any time. Well, this novel has exactly that. The novel is known for its thrill and mystery, but the story has so much more to offer, which you'll realize after you start reading it. If not the thriller part of it, then we bet you'll find another aspect of this novel interesting enough for you. We definitely weren't able to put it down after we started reading it. The novel has two intertwining timelines. One shows the childhood of Marsh girl Kaya, while the second one is a full-on murder investigation. Kaya's story has elements of romance, mystery, nature, and at some points, even a courtroom thriller. If you don't enjoy any one element in this novel, you'll probably enjoy the other one, and the novel will keep you engaged. That is also probably the reason why the book is so appreciated worldwide. It has something for everyone. If not the style of storytelling, then the details and the characters alone will be enough to engage you. What we're trying to say is that once you start reading, it'll be hard to stop, so be prepared for that. Next up are the characters. Characters make or break a story. Characters are the heart of a story. They hold a lot of power. Bad characters can ruin a perfect story, and great characters can make an average story interesting. How many books have you read that didn't have good characters, yet you still enjoyed them? We don't think we've had that experience yet. Delia Owens was extremely careful in constructing the characters for this novel. Although other characters such as Tate, Jumpin, and Chase are interesting, the main focus remains on Kaya. Catherine Danielle Clark, aka Kaya, is the main protagonist of this story. As her title, The Marsh Girl, explains, she lives in a marsh all alone after she's abandoned by her family. This is her story. Everything that happens in this novel affects, changes, and helps her grow in some way. The murder plot acts as a subplot, while the main focus is on Kaya's growth and change. By creating a beautifully written character who is relatable and extremely fascinating, Delia Owens has done an outstanding job. Everything revolves around Kaya, and the writing style highlights her interests and feelings. This almost makes you feel like you are Kaya, and the book is about you. That's how detailed and engaging it is. So head over to your nearest bookstore, grab this book, and experience how it feels to be in Kaya's shoes. And now for the two timelines. The story has two intertwining timelines. The first timeline is from 1952 to 1969, and it shows young Kaya growing up. When Kaya is young, she is abandoned by her mother, and later her sisters due to their father's abuse. Her father gets better, and she starts spending time with him and learning some life skills like fishing and hunting. Her father eventually starts drinking again, leaves one day, and doesn't return, leaving young Kaya all alone to fend for herself. During this time of her life, Kaya learns to navigate the world alone, living in a marsh in North Carolina, because of which she's labeled the Marsh Girl. This part of the whole story is super well thought out. It makes the readers sympathize with Kaya as she's all alone and has no choice but to face every problem on her own. It can also at times get scary, seeing this young girl dealing with the harsh and cruel society all on her own, with absolutely no one to go back to. Other than that, it was also pretty inspiring to see this strong, young, and isolated girl deal with her issues all on her own. The other timeline adds the mystery element to the story. The dead body of a local celebrity, Chase Andrews, is discovered, leading to a murder investigation that Kaya gets caught up in. Was it even murder? And if it was, who did it? This will be the question that'll be on your mind throughout. Enough evidence about the case is provided in both timelines. The investigation adds a sweet, thrilling touch to the story as it's paced perfectly. Jumping in and out of the investigation timeline will keep you wondering how things will turn out for Kaya by the end of the novel. Next is the atmospheric storytelling. This is definitely a story that nature enthusiasts will love and would want to read again and again. Kaya's love for the nature around her is shown through detailed descriptions of the atmosphere, her surroundings, surroundings, and the flora and fauna in the marsh. This style reflects writer Delia Owens's past as a wildlife scientist and practicing zoologist. The compelling imagery is minimal when it doesn't improve the plot, and descriptive when it does. The setting of the book is vivid, taking you to a different time and place where you can smell the sea air and plant your feet in the mucky grass outside the beach village. The descriptions and details will teleport you to the time and place the novel is based on. This enhances the experience, as it makes the reader feel more like they're part of the story, and any occurrence affects you as much as the characters in the novel. This is one of the biggest reasons why we thought this novel was extremely engaging and hard to put down. It made us want to experience what a life in the marsh would be like. Moving on to the pacing of the story. In mystery novels or books in general, the pacing is key to keeping the readers engaged. The pace of the novel keeps switching according to the situation throughout. In some scenarios, pages go by in minutes, while in other scenarios, it takes a bit longer. According to the timelines, the whole investigation process moves rapidly. It constantly keeps you guessing what could happen next and brings a unique ambiguity and eeriness to the story. This compels you to read on and on, as quickly as you can to get to the conclusion. That is the case with most mystery thriller novels. They are extremely fast-paced, and that's because pacing plays a huge part in building tension. Very rarely does it happen that a slow pace works for a mystery novel. After all, you might lose interest or get bored easily. With a fast-paced mystery novel, on the other hand, you get more and more intrigued and feel like a part of the investigation. Things are being revealed to the readers at the same time as to the characters, which also adds to the experience. The timeline where Kaya's story is being revealed to the readers is on the slower side. It's slower because that part of the story requires readers to soak in what happened, so they feel more connected to and relate more to the character. If there's no connection between the reader and the character, then nothing will affect them while reading, and the story won't deliver the kick that it's supposed to. We thought the pace of the story was just right, and that's why we kept on reading. Some parts of the book do require some patience, so for all you impatient boys and girls, please don't give up and keep reading. So, to read or to skip. Where the Crawdads Sing is one of the most popular and best-selling novels of the last decade. It's a fan-favorite novel that received an unreal amount of appreciation worldwide. What's the reason so many people are so fond of this novel? Well, as stated earlier, this is the type of novel that has something for everyone. It has been praised for its characters, themes, tone, and story. This is a style of storytelling that everyone appreciates. Famous actress Reese Witherspoon chose the book for her book club and instantly became a fan. She did not shy away from expressing her love for the novel online and is now even producing an on-screen adaptation of the book with the same name. It's set to release on the 13th of July of 2022, and given the gripping nature of the book, we can't wait to see how it turns out. The only aspect of the novel in which the opinions of fans differ is the pace. Some say the pace is too inconsistent for a thriller novel, while some say it's just right. Again, we didn't have any problems and thought the novel was flawless. Give the novel a shot and we promise you, you'll find something that you like and enjoy. We can't recommend it enough. That's a wrap for this video. What did you think about this book? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.